Well, Archbishop McCarrick of Washington, D.C. just had an interfaith dialogue with Muslims and Jews, I guess. You know, of all the patriarchal religions they could think of, to get them all on one stage to hip hip hurrah themselves. McCarrick in his statement, Archbishop McCarrick in his statement says, this country was built on love, not hate. You know, first of all, I would like to remind Archbishop McCarrick of what his church did to a whole people, what his religion did to a whole people. We're talking genocide of 15 millions, starting with Cristopher Columbus. It wasn't built on love, it was built on slavery and the money trade. I got a speech here by Chief Red Jacket. And first of all, I would like to say that I used to be a Catholic. But after the whole pedophile gross out thing, you know, it was time for me to say, see you later, dudes. You got a pope up there that is protecting these pedophiles, running them from parish to parish, doesn't give a shit, doesn't try these people with civil authorities, but tries them in their little church tribunals, while thousands of young boys were being molested. And I mean, what country do you want to hit on this? So here we have the patriarchal religions of Islam, Hebrew, Catholicism, or Christianity. You know, hip hip hurrah on each other, saying we're all about the love, man. But let's stone your women for having adultery, and let's play with the little boys in the back room, and let's make work factories for the children in Ireland, and let's keep the people in Gaza imprisoned on their own little reservation, and let's put the people up in the Lakota reservations, and let's keep them there and affiliate them with the Christian churches to where they don't even know their background and they don't even know who they are anymore. The patriarchal religions of the book have a lot to account for. We've been through 200 years of Christian pounding the shit out of us. Has it failed? And now you need that new patriarchal religion to come in and say, hoo-hoo, we're your saviors. We're not them, and they could say they're not you. Just leave us alone, you know? Go back to your books. Anyway, I'll read you a little something from Chief Red Jacket. And this is from the book, Wisdom of Native Americans. It's probably more holier than your Qurans and your holy Bibles and your Torahs. These are the people you victimized, all of you. Native Americans. That's me too, baby. Now we're in a new generation. 7 generations later, here we are. Still trying to shag you off our backs. The speech quoted here was given in the summer of 1805. Its occasion was a meeting of the assembled chiefs of the Iroquois Federation. They had gathered in council to hear the request of a young missionary named Cram, who had been sent among them by the Evangelical Missionary Society of Massachusetts. This society had sent missionaries before and had met with some success, but the Indians apparently had not taken as fully to Christianity as the society had hoped. The society now hoped to establish cram among the Iroquois so as to further their education in the Christian religion. Cram spoke briefly, requesting only the right to follow up on the interest that certain of the Indians had shown in the Christian religion. After hearing him, the chiefs consulted for about 2 hours. Then Red Jacket rose and spoke. Friend and brother, it is the will of the Great Spirit that we should meet together this day. He orders all things, and he has given us a fine day for our council. He has taken his garment from before the sun, and had caused it to shine with brightness upon us. Our eyes are open so that we see clearly. Our ears are unstopped so that we have been able to distinctly hear the words which you have spoken. For all these favors we thank the Great Spirit and Him only. Brother, this council fire was kindled by you. It was at your request that we come together at this time. We have listened with attention to all that you have said. You have requested us to speak our minds freely. This gives us great joy, for we now consider that we stand upright before you and can speak what we think. All have heard your voice, and all speak to you now as one man. Our minds are agreed. Brother, you say that you want an answer to your talk before you leave this place. It is right that you should have one, as you are a great distance from home. And we do not wish to detain you, but we will first look back a little and tell you what our fathers have told us and what we have heard from the white people. Brother, listen to what we say. There was a time when our forefathers owned this great island. The Seneca, like many other tribes, referred to this continent as a great island. Their seats extended from the rising to the setting of the sun. The Great Spirit had made it for his use of Indians. He had created the buffalo, the deer, and other animals for food. He had made the bear and the beaver, and their skins served us for clothing. He had scattered them over the country, and had taught us how to take them. He had caused the earth to produce corn for bread. All this he had done for his red children because he loved them. If he had any disputes about hunting grounds, they were generally settled without the shedding of much blood. But an evil day came upon us. Your forefathers crossed the great waters and landed upon this island. Their numbers were small. They found friends and not enemies. They told us they had fled from their own country for fear of wicked men, and had come here to enjoy their religion. They asked for a small seat. We took pity on them, granted their request, and they sat down among us. We gave them corn and meat, and they gave us poison rum in return. The white people, brother, had now found our country. Tidings were carried back, and more came amongst us. Yet we dared not fear them. We took them to be friends. They called us brothers. We believed them, and gave them a larger seat. At length their numbers had greatly increased. They wanted more land. They wanted our country. Our eyes were opened, and our minds became uneasy. Wars took place. Indians were hired to fight against Indians, and many of our people were destroyed. They also brought strong liquor among us. It was strong and powerful, and has slain thousands. Brother, our seats were once large, and yours were very small. You have now become a great people, and we have scarcely a place left to spread our blankets. You have got our country, but you are not satisfied. You want to force your religion upon us. Brother, continue to listen. You say that you are sent to instruct us on how to worship the Great Spirit agreeably to his mind. And if we do not take hold of the religion which you white people teach, we shall be unhappy hereafter. You say that you are right and we are lost. How do we know this to be true? We understand that your religion is written in a book. If it was intended for us as well, why has not the Great Spirit given it to us? And not only to us, but why did he not give to our forefathers the knowledge of that book with the means of understanding it rightly? We know only what you tell us about it. How shall we know when to believe, being so often deceived by the white people? Brother, you say there is but one way to worship and serve the Great Spirit. If there is one religion, why do you white people differ so much about it? Why not all agree, as you can all read the book? Brother, we do not understand these things. We are told that your religion was given to your forefathers as it has been handed down, father to son. We also have a religion which was given down to our forefathers and has been handed down to us, their children. We worship in that way. It teaches us to be thankful for all the favors we receive, to love each other, and to be united. We never quarrel about religion. Brother, the Great Spirit has made us all, but He has made a great difference between His white and red children. He has given us a different complexion and a different customs. To you, He has given the arts. To these, He has not opened our eyes. We know these things to be true. Since He had made so great a difference between us and other things, why may we not conclude that He has given us a different religion, according to our understanding? The Great Spirit does right. He knows what is best for His children. We are satisfied. Brother, we do not wish to destroy your religion, or to take it from you. We only want to enjoy our own. Brother, you say you have not come to get our land or our money, but to enlighten our minds. I will now tell you that I have been to your meetings and saw you collecting money from the meeting. I cannot tell you what the meeting was intended for, but what the money was intended for, but I suppose it was for your minister. And if he should confirm to your way of thinking, perhaps you should want some from us. Brother, we are told that you have been preaching to the white people in this place. These people are our neighbors. We are acquainted with them. We will wait a little while and see what effect your preaching has upon them. If we find it does them good and makes them honest and less disposed to cheat Indians, we will then consider again what you have said. Brother, you have now heard our answer to your talk, and this is all we have to say at present. As we are going to part, we will come and take you by the hand, and hope the Great Spirit will protect you on your journey, and return you safe to your friends. At the end of the speech, Red Jacket rose and approached a missionary with his hand extended. The missionary refused to take it. You could take your patriarchal religions. You could take them back to where they belong. Keep them to yourself. I don't want them. I don't want any part of them. The gods of your book. What's in your books? Just as Islam is. You all have the same book, why can't you agree on it? Same with the Christians, you all have the same book, why can't you agree on it? Seem like they cause more discord between not only yourselves, but the rest of us. The same goes with the Hebrews too. They have their own book and they can't even agree on it. And then we're filled with discord. Cardinal, wake up, will ya? Start telling the truth. Sick of it.